Today's video, and pardon for the fan noise because it is extremely muggy out and I'm moving some air around here. If it's really bad on the video, I'll redo the video. But today's video is going to be all about my lightweight rig I use for open play. Now, the caveat on this is the last event I went to, head blocked up too, last event I went to, I used my pistol as my primary with a drum mag on it until it broke. Then I used the M4 adapter on it until it broke, and then it was out for the last hour of the day. But I went with a lightweight rig and it was good. Now I have two air rigs. They're up on the wall here. I'm not going to bring them down, but I also use the 1300C little tanks. I have a little pocket. I did a video on these. Clips on my belt, put the pouch, put the tank in. I can have two on my belt, just switch back and forth. Works like a champ. For the pistol, it's okay. Use up the arrow pretty quick. For my shotgun, I can use it all day. It seems to last forever. But what we're talking about today is my pistols. And I'm going to go through each one that I've been using, some of my old ones and my current ones that I switch off and on. There are four that I use, and we're going to start them out right now. First pistol, number one. This was my go-to pistol forever. When I got this, I was so impressed by this. This is a HFC long slide. It has a barrel that goes all the way to the end, and it's an M9. Now, I use this with either the drum mag, but more often I would use it with the M4 adapter because then it's a smaller profile. This particular replica itself has some, just clean it up a little bit, it's got a little oil spilled on it. I lubed it up the other day. This has an incredible rate of range. Rate of fire is only about 11, 12, I think it's 11. But the range on this, I'm hitting targets at 125 feet, dead nuts on, the hop-up set for 3.0s. I have no problem with this. Now, one little thing that I have to mention is this particular weapon you have to break apart like your normal M9s. You know, you push the button, click here, bang, slam, comes apart. And it's got the little hop-up wheel right there that you mess with. Now, this particular one, though, has been shooting fantastic with threes. I don't often go to full auto with it. I've Loctited some of the parts on here so they don't vibrate to death. This is my primary shooting this with semi-only. And for an open play, and as you can tell there's a little green sticker right here, that's because it was the primary I was using for my last event I was at. This is a really good weapon, and I always use this. Now, in concert, I used to use my Barry Burtons before I sold them, but I was not going to sell this one. This is my keeper. I love it. Keeper, my call sign. So this is my first one that I will go to, and I have M9 adapters for the drum mag and for the M4. So we're going to move on to number two. This one is my number two, the second one that I go to. It is a normal HFC. With a normal size barrel. It ends right there. It's not sticking out. I was thinking about putting an extended barrel on it, but I thought, no, I don't want to. It also goes full auto, but this has a really interesting hop-up to say that it's adjusted, but the 3.0s are shooting fair out of it. They're not shooting the best. So if there's something wrong with that one, I will switch to this one, and the only reason I put the Hitman compensator on here is so I could put the flash on it. It looks really cool with the Ace-Tech flasher on it, and I have a lot of fun shooting this one with that compensator on there sticking out about that much more. I do have one regular gas mag still for it, and I have a couple tapped ones that I could use. But I do use the M4 adapter and the drum mag adapter for this. This is the number two. When I go to a game and I take M9s, I take this one and the number one If I have a problem with one, I can move on to the second one. And the big thing with this is if something happens to the lower on that one, I can actually swap lowers and it still works. I got the better upper with the lower. So this actually comes apart pretty good. The whole mess comes off. So this part is interchangeable with my HFC long slide. That's another plus why I have that one. So let's move on to number 3. I decided to jump out of order here, and this is my number 4 pistol. I didn't want to show the number 3 because I want to have that as the last one coming up. This is my Galaxy, Galaxy. Takes G17 Glock mags. I have a flasher Ace-Tex compensator with a 3D printed front end on this. I actually have the little housing for it that I can put on to make it shorter if I want. And I even have a black holster for this that I can click on. This is a belt holster. What I have in the box here is the Glock Adapter for this. Shoots like a champ with this. I have no issues whatsoever using this with the drum mag, and it just works great. Now this one I just took apart and lubed up. I did put the front grip on here, which just gives me a little bit stabilization when I'm shooting. I'm sometimes shooting here. I'm not aiming like this. I'm shooting from like this crunched up mode. The only negative on this is that it does not have the ability to put a stock on it. Now, one guy said to me that you could probably jury rig like a Glock stock on it, because they have that little cutout spot where it clicks on above here like that. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't think so. So for now, I'm just going to run this like this. This is my backup to my number 3 pistol that I take that takes Glock mags. I like this compensator on here. It just gives it a little bit beefier look. All it is just housing the Ace-Tex flasher in here. So when I go to a game, that's how I run it, and it works like a champ. So let's move on to my number 3 of 4 pistols. This is my number 3 pistol. Like I said, it's out of order. It's in this big case, that's why I wanted to do it last. So inside this case is a lot of stuff going on. What I've got in here is my AAP-01 tricked out. Front grip, Ace-Tex flash, stock, micro red dot. This thing is my go-to when I'm shooting. It is phenomenal. I have incredible range. I'm using 3.0s on there. It just works great. And in this particular one, we have the Glock M4 Adapter that I use with this. I have a lot of actual M4 mags in here. I even have a tan belt holster for this. Now I have 2 metal high caps, which I can use with this if I want to. And I have a nice polymer PTS mag that I can put in. But my go-to mag for all this is this real light plastic high cap. 300 rounds. When I put it on the pistol, it's extremely light. The micro red dot, everything on here, turn on the flasher. This is my go-to weapon on how I shoot when I'm out in the field. Extend the stock out, extend it all the way, pull it up, bang, slam, perfect sight picture. I have a lot of fun with this. Plus the sling loop is right here on the bottom. I actually have the sling for this. I use it for my shotgun as well. But this is fantastic. It's a great replica for use in the field. And like I said, I have the adapter, I have the M4 adapter, and I actually can use the drum mag adapter. And I have a belt holster which will hold it as well. This is my go-to weapon when I'm doing stuff. Now, I also have one more Glock tap mag for this, in case I want to use a mag like this to test for BBs. Because it's getting HPA, it's just a smaller mag, put some BBs in it, I can fire it, bang, slam, he says, oh, you're good. I usually run this about 1.2 1.2 joules. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. 1.12 joules. I have it way low so that I never have a problem. And I still get people bitching about I'm hurting them with 3.0s. It doesn't shoot that hard, guys. It just shoots straight, and I can put firepower down on somebody. Now, you can't spam the trigger. When this thing is firing, it does have a decent rate of fire, like 11 or 12 if I did full auto, but I usually shoot semi, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's how I'm shooting. I might put 5, 6 down with you with a pistol, but it's a pistol versus all these guys with high speed, speed trigger or HPA. So, I really like using this because it's a lot of fun. I never have an issue with it, although the AP01 has been known to have hammer assembly hammer assembly problem, and I have switched out to hammer assembly. I have 3 hammer assemblies. The original one broke, I put another one in. I fixed that one. I bought another one. This one broke, I put one of the spares in and then fixed that. So I have 2 hammer assemblies ahead. I also have a hammer assembly for the Galaxy. So my next step might be to buy a Glock to add to the collection here, because this does take Glock mags. Why not have a Glock and use all my adapters with it? So this particular one is my fun one. When I want to go to a game and have a fun day, this is the one I take, and it has a blast, and so do I. Did not take this out to the event because I wanted something different than this. I wanted, I wanted to use the M4, so I took that one out to the game. So that's a look at the number 4 out of sequence pistol I use for open play airsoft. One last thing I'll show. This is my M4. Listen to me. This is my Angel Custom drum mag with the M4 adapter I have on top. This I bought so many years ago. Broke off the fitting on the back, put it back on again. Broke another fitting off, tried another one. Finally put this angled fitting on there and put some more JB Weld on it, and it's been staying solid since. It actually broke at the front where you can fill it with BBs, so I actually put a piece across there, JB Welded it on. It broke again, so I JB Welded a little bit more stuff on there. It broke again. I finally put a piece of metal across here and JB Welded the top again. Now it's solid, but the only way you can get BBs in it now is you have to actually take the screws out. Now you see this cut down right here. I was trying to grind this down so I could put it on one of my guns that I have since sold, because the mag well wouldn't fit on it. When you put the M4 on it, the mag well was like hitting here. So I ground this off and it fit perfect with an M4 mag well. And then also I have an adapter. I have a lot of adapters. I have an M4 adapter, I have a G36 adapter, and I have an XM8 which has a really goofy mag well. And with this cut down like this, it also fits the XM8. So this is another one of those Frankenstein jobs, and I am currently buying a tap adapter for the M4, M9 to M4, so I have another one of those because I had 2, and one leaks like a sieve because it's got a crack and I can't fix it unless I want to rip it all apart. I've got so much JB Weld on it, it's not worth it. Plus the mags don't fit in it good. It's a 3D printed one I got off a friend. I got another one that someone sent me, printed out the frame, and I had to put a mag on it. Well, I put a mag on it and it worked great for a specific mag. I had a specific mag that it worked with. It worked with no other mags. That was one of the adapters that I broke at the event, so that was the end of that. But now I've been testing this one, and this electric drum runs. It sticks. Works like a champ on the HFC long slide and the second M9 that I got. So I hope you got a kick out of the 4 pistols that I've been using for open plays and some events. The looks I get when I bring out the AA12 with the flasher on it, I give my position away with it. People think it's really cool and everything like that, even the Galaxy. Bringing the M9 HFC long slide M9 out for that event got some looks too. But I also got a lot of kills with it, because people like think they're far enough away and I'm with a pistol and I'm putting BBs down on them, and they're like, how are you hitting me with that so far away? I was hitting people at least 125 feet with that without doing anything, straight on shots. So, as always, I hope you guys have a good day, and as always, enjoy the sunshine when you can. Today it's raining for me, so I'm in here doing videos. See you later.